anyway. And make you feed. At the coaster.
Ladies and gentlemen, a couple of house notices, which I suspect is Mission Impossible, because I don't see either of the people that I'm after. But James Crawford, if you're here, could you please pass your presentation to the speaker prep room as soon as possible? And the delegate from Cuba, if you could contact me, I do have some contact information that you were asking about. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome back. I am Jorge Arroyo from the United States Coast Guard and your Vice Chair of the IS Working Group. It's a pleasure to be with you here today and kick off the Emerging Technologies sessions, which will commence from here and go through the remainder of the day. We hope that you all emerge from here with some better knowledge, some greater knowledge than when you first came in. And I think we will be able to accomplish that given the quality of the presentations that we will have this session, who's being also co-chaired here by Christian Lagerwald, who will assist me in today's morning's duties. We have 4 presenters presenting their expertise in these new emerging technologies. As you'll see by the program, it's a vast array of different technologies that you will be exposed to today. I will dispense with their bios to save some time and hopefully give us some greater time for questions at the end of the session. And with that, I will start off with our first presenter, Mr. Michael Skov, who is the head of AIDS Navigations and Management and Policy for the Danish Maritime Safety Administration, who will give his presentation on virtual aids to navigation. What are we waiting for? Michael?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ladies and gentlemen, we'd also like to thank one of my colleagues, Jens Christian Jensen and Jakob Bang, for participating in this paper. A full paper of this can be found at the IATA FTP server as an input paper from ANM 14. The other day, Captain Duncan Glassy was talking about the new MBS system. And if there had been a marking for nervous wrecks, we could have put one down here right now. During this presentation, I must say I've also been inspired by other presentations throughout this week, and due to that, my presentation is changed slightly. So, a statement. So by the 1st of January 2011, all floating aids to navigation will be withdrawn and replaced by virtual aids to navigation. Maybe you have read that already in the Danish Notice to Mariners in March 2010. No. Well, are we ready to do that? And do we want to do this? This is not likely. I would also say today is a special day for us in Denmark due to this is the last paper edition for the Danish Notice to Mariners. And the first was published on the 1st of July 1885. So you can say here we have a milestone. In this presentation I will come with some out-of-the-box examples with virtual laser navigation especially, and some would say it's very much out of the box. Back in February 2007 we had a lost submarine at what we call Jyske Brev in the North Sea. So what we did in Damser was to notice a navigation warning as normal, and as we deployed our buoy tender, we also put out this AIS virtual aid, and we also put around it this address safety-related AIS message with an area around it, so all ships within that area will get the information about a moving submerged wreck in this area. It was generally agreed that this kind of usage and use of technology proved a quick and easy way to deploy such aids. And we got one reply from one vessel. Someone said, "Well received" from this. Also back in October 2007, we had a capsize. It was Oman capsized in the Fehmarn Belt between Denmark and Denmark and Germany. And this wreck ended up very close to a busy traffic lane. Also here, we deployed a virtual AIS ATON, marking the new wreck. And of course, before the buoy tender could come and deploy relays. Also here, we put out this safety message saying a wreck and with a reference to a navigational warning. Furthermore, we use this AIS message service, so we, again, an area of which when ships enter this area they will get a message, but only those ships entering there. Here you can see a red arrow, and the message is in the middle what the ship received. And we also had some examples of the ships in fact reacting on these messages. So here you can see an example of a ship after receiving it, turning slightly to port and then proceed on a new course closer to the busy traffic lane. But I must also stress, however, that a lot of ships in fact did not react to this. And it was first when they came very close to the wreck and they visually saw the wreck, because you could see something above the surface as well as deployed cardinal marks, that they in fact turned their ships. So you can say that due to the lack of display requirements and test standards for displaying such aids, in fact the effect of these is much less than we suspected. However, you can say also that in fact some of these information